ready to swap out that out-of-office message for an actual office in paradise.
Yeah, sounds pretty good, right?
Today's deep dive is all about landing your dream job as a destination manager.
We're talking crafting those bucket list travel experiences that make people say, take my money, take me there.
We're going to help you get there.
And we're arming you with more than just travel brochures.
Right.
We are going deep into the strategies and insights you need to nail that interview, using this RoleCatcher Career Guide as our treasure map.
I like that. Okay, let's unpack this. We're not talking about your average travel agent gig here.
Right.
What exactly does a destination manager do?
Yeah, that's so different.
That's so different.
Think of it as being the architect of a location's appeal.
Okay.
You're not just booking flights and hotels. You're shaping the entire visitor experience.
Wow.
That means understanding marketing, economic impact, even things like sustainability and cultural preservation.
This career guide really emphasizes those strategic skills. It's not just about loving to travel. It's about knowing how to turn that passion into a thriving industry.
Exactly, and that's what employers are looking for in those interviews.
Yeah.
They want to see that you're not just dreaming of beaches,
Right.
but that you understand the business of making those beach dreams a reality for everyone.
Which brings us to the main event, interview prep.
Mm.
Let's say you're face-to-face with the hiring manager.
Okay.
And they hit you with the classic, what inspired you to become a destination manager?
Mm-hmm.
It seems simple, but I bet there's a right and a wrong way to answer this.
Absolutely. This is your chance to go beyond, I love to travel.
Yeah.
Everyone loves to travel.
Yeah.
Think about what specifically excites you about this career path. Is it the challenge of changing perceptions of a destination, maybe showcasing its hidden gems? Or maybe it's the opportunity to champion sustainable tourism and leave a positive impact.
So instead of saying, I love exploring new places,
Yeah.
I could say, I'm passionate about revealing the soul of a destination, connecting visitors with authentic experiences that benefit both travelers and local communities.
Now you're speaking their language. It shows you understand the deeper purpose of the role.
Oh, I can already feel myself.
Yeah.
Sounding more impressive. Now, RoleCatcher's AI can actually help tailor these answers even further.
Right. That's right. By analyzing specific job descriptions, RoleCatcher can pinpoint the keywords and skills that that particular employer is looking for. It's like having a personalized cheat sheet for your interview.
Okay, that's seriously cool. So let's say the next question is about essential skills.
Okay.
The guide mentions leadership, communication, problem solving. But what about those less obvious skills that make a destination manager truly shine?
One word, adaptability. Remember that volcanic eruption that grounded flights for weeks? Or that sudden shift in travel trends due to, well, gestures vaguely, recent global events? A successful destination manager needs to be able to pivot on a dime when the unexpected happens.
So it's not just about having a plan A. It's about having plans B through Z ready to go at a moment's notice.
Exactly. And that ability to think on your feet, to find opportunity amidst chaos, that is pure gold in this field.
Yeah.
It's something you'll definitely want to showcase during your interview.
Speaking of showcasing skills, let's talk about marketing.
Okay.
This career guide stresses its importance.
Yeah.
And for good reason. Destination managers are essentially marketing a product, right?
Absolutely. You need to understand how to create targeted campaigns, analyze market trends, utilize digital channels, be prepared to discuss your experience with all of this.
This is where I'd probably freeze up and start rambling about my Instagram travel blog.
That's where RoleCatcher's AI feedback comes in handy. You can record yourself answering practice questions, and the AI will analyze your delivery,
Oh, wow.
your content, even your body language, and offer suggestions for improvement.
So it's like having a virtual interview coach, but without the judgmental stares.
Exactly. It helps you identify those nervous habits and refine your answers so you can project confidence.
Okay, that's a game changer. But let's get back to these interview questions. We've covered inspiration, adaptability, marketing. What about navigating those tricky stakeholder relationships?
Right.
This guide talks about working with everyone from local businesses to government agencies,
Sure.
even the tourists themselves.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a crucial aspect of the job. Expect a question like, how do you handle disagreements between stakeholders? Or describe a time you had to manage conflicting interests.
This is where diplomacy skills come in handy, right?
Absolutely.
Like being able to see all sides of an issue and find a compromise that works for everyone.
Exactly. And having a specific example ready to share is key. Did you ever mediate a dispute between a tour operator and a local community? Or maybe you had to find a creative solution to balance the needs of tourists with the preservation of a fragile ecosystem. These are the stories that demonstrate your ability to handle those real-world challenges.
Stories stick with people. It's way more impactful than just saying, I'm a good communicator.
Absolutely. It's about showing, not just telling. Now imagine you're nearing the end of the interview,
Okay.
and they hit you with this. Describe a challenging situation you faced as a destination manager and how you resolved it. This one feels like a potential landmine.
Right. My mind would probably go blank. What kind of situation should candidates be prepared to discuss?
Choose something that genuinely tested your skills, where the outcome wasn't immediately obvious. Did you have to deal with a sudden drop in tourism due to unforeseen circumstances, like a natural disaster or a political event? Or maybe you had to manage a crisis that threatened the reputation of a destination.
Okay, so a real nail-biter of a situation. But how do you answer this without sounding like you're listing excuses for why things went wrong?
Focus on the process, not just the problem. Walk them through your thought process. What factors did you consider? How did you weigh different perspectives?
Did you have to make a tough call that impacted various stakeholders?
Exactly. Highlight your ability to gather information, analyze the risks, and make a well-informed decision under pressure. And don't forget to discuss the outcome. Did your decision lead to positive results?
What if it didn't? What if the situation was a total curveball and your best efforts didn't quite lead to the ideal outcome?
That's okay. What matters is that you learn from the experience.
Right.
Hiring managers want to see that you can adapt, that you can take calculated risks, and that you can learn from your mistakes and apply those lessons to future challenges.
This is such great advice. It's like you're demystifying the whole interview process. We've covered some seriously valuable ground here, from crafting compelling answers to showcasing your adaptability and problem-solving skills. But I'm guessing there's even more to unpack in this treasure trove of a career guide.
You bet there is. We've only just scratched the surface of what it takes to excel as a destination manager. Ready to dive back into the world of destination management and conquer those interview questions.
Absolutely. We were just talking about handling those high-pressure situations.
Right.
But let's shift gears to a topic that's close to my heart and my stomach. Food.
Okay.
How important is culinary tourism to a destination's appeal? And how would you recommend a candidate speak to that?
That's a great question, and it highlights something crucial about this role. You need to be a trend spotter.
Go.
Culinary tourism isn't just a passing fad, it's a major factor influencing travel decisions. People want to savor authentic flavors, experience local food cultures, and maybe even learn a new recipe or two.
So if I were asked about my experience with culinary tourism, I wouldn't just rattle off a list of Michelin-starred restaurants I visited, right?
Right. Think about how you can connect culinary experiences to the overall destination story. Maybe you'd talk about partnering with local farmers markets to create a farm-to-table dining experience. Or perhaps you'd highlight your efforts to promote cooking classes that showcase traditional recipes and techniques.
It's about understanding the cultural significance of food and how it connects people to a place.
Exactly. And remember, it's not just about fine dining. It's about showcasing the full spectrum of culinary experiences a destination has to offer, from street food stalls to family-run restaurants.
Speaking of showcasing the best a destination has to offer, let's talk sustainability.
Okay.
This career guide emphasizes its growing importance in tourism, and I can see why. No one wants to be responsible for ruining the places they love to visit. How can candidates impress upon interviewers their commitment to sustainable practices?
This is where your passion for responsible tourism really needs to shine through. Be prepared to answer a question like, how would you ensure that a destination's tourism industry is sustainable and environmentally friendly?
Okay, that's a big one. It's not just about handing out reusable water bottles, right?
Right. Think bigger picture. Have you ever been involved in implementing eco-friendly initiatives, maybe promoting responsible waste management or supporting local conservation efforts?
Those are great examples. It's about having a proactive approach to minimizing tourism's environmental footprint.
Exactly. And don't forget to highlight any specialized training or certifications you have in sustainable tourism practices.
So, for instance, if I had experience developing a carbon offset program for flights, or had helped implement sustainable practices at a hotel chain, I would definitely mention that.
Absolutely. It shows you're not just paying lip service to sustainability.
Right.
You are actively seeking ways to make a real difference.
Now let's talk numbers. How do you measure the success of a destination's tourism industry beyond just counting the number of visitors?
That's a key question. And it's where your analytical skills come into play. While visitor numbers are important, you need to demonstrate a deeper understanding of the bigger picture. Think about economic impact, visitor satisfaction, and the social and environmental effects of tourism.
So it's not just about heads and beds, but about the quality of those heads' experiences and the lasting impact of their visit.
Precisely. Mentioning things like increased revenue for local businesses, positive tourist reviews, or initiatives that promote cross-cultural understanding all contribute to a well-rounded answer.
And this is where those key performance indicators come into play, right?
Yes.
Like having the data to back up those positive impacts.
Absolutely. Familiarize yourself with common tourism KPIs like occupancy rates, average length of stay, and per visitor spending.
Okay.
Being able to speak to these metrics demonstrates your understanding of the industry's economic side.
This is reminding me of the value of RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools. Having access to a platform that can analyze job descriptions and tailor answers to specific roles seems incredibly helpful, especially when it comes to showcasing this kind of industry-specific knowledge.
You're absolutely right. RoleCatcher can help you identify those keywords and skills that demonstrate your understanding of those key performance indicators, which can give you a significant edge in the interview process.
It's like having a secret weapon to help you speak the language of the industry. Now let's switch gears to a topic that I think often gets overlooked: inclusive tourism. How can a destination manager ensure that all visitors, regardless of their abilities, feel welcome and included?
That's a critical aspect of creating a truly welcoming destination. Candidates should be prepared to answer a question like, how would you promote inclusive and accessible tourism for visitors with disabilities?
Okay, this goes beyond just having wheelchair ramps, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about considering the needs of travelers with a wide range of disabilities, from visual and hearing impairments to mobility challenges and cognitive differences.
So what kind of specific examples could someone share to illustrate their experience in this area?
Think about projects that improve the accessibility of tourist sites and accommodations, like providing audio guides in multiple languages, ensuring clear signage with braille and tactile elements, or offering sensory-sensitive experiences for visitors with autism.
It's about creating a destination that everyone can enjoy equally.
Exactly. Highlighting your understanding of these principles and showcasing any initiatives you've been involved with demonstrates your commitment to creating a more inclusive and welcoming tourism industry for all.
This deep dive is like a crash course in becoming a destination management rock star. We've covered so much ground, from sustainable practices and culinary tourism to data analysis and inclusive travel.
And we're not done yet. There are a few more essential questions that you'll want to be prepared for to truly ace that interview.
Okay, we're back for the final leg of our destination manager interview prep journey. I'm feeling energized and ready to tackle any curveball question they throw my way. What else? What else do we need to cover to really knock it out of the park?
Well, we've talked a lot about showcasing your skills and experience.
Right.
But there's one question that often trips people up. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, yeah.
It's a classic, but it reveals a lot about your career aspirations and how they align with the company's vision.
Right. I'd be tempted to go with sipping cocktails on a beach, but like professionally. But I'm guessing that's not the winning strategy here.
Probably not the best approach. Instead of focusing on a specific location or job title, talk about your desire to grow within the field and contribute to the success of a destination long term.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could say something like, I'm eager to leverage my skills and passion for sustainable tourism to help shape a destination's long-term strategy and leave a positive impact on both the local community and the visitor experience.
Now you're talking. That shows you're not just looking for a temporary gig, you're invested in the bigger picture. And this is where RoleCatcher's career pathing tool can be really helpful.
Oh, tell me more. How does it work?
By analyzing your skills and experience, RoleCatcher can actually map out potential career trajectories within destination management. It can show you the different paths you could take, the skills you might need to develop along the way, and even the salary ranges associated with those different roles.
Wow, that's like having a personal career GPS guiding you towards your ultimate destination management goal.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of career planning and helps you approach those "where do you see yourself?" questions with confidence and clarity.
That's incredible. And speaking of clarity, there's another question that often makes people nervous. What are your salary expectations? It feels like a bit of a dance, right?
It definitely can be, but remember, you have valuable skills and experience to offer, so don't be afraid to articulate your worth.
Huh.
Instead of throwing out a specific number right away, try to steer the conversation towards the value you bring.
So instead of saying, I'm hoping for X amount, I could say something like, based on my experience in developing award-winning marketing campaigns and implementing sustainable tourism practices, I'm seeking a salary that reflects my contributions to a destination's success.
Exactly. Frame your response in a way that highlights your achievements and how they align with the organization's goals. And this is another area where RoleCatcher can provide valuable insights.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Does it have a salary comparison tool or something?
It does. You can input your experience level, skills, and location.
Okay.
And RoleCatcher will generate a salary range based on real-time market data. This gives you a realistic idea of what to expect and helps you negotiate confidently.
That's so empowering. It's like having a secret weapon to help you navigate those potentially awkward salary conversations.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about career goals, salary expectations. Is there anything else we need to cover before we unleash our listeners on those unsuspecting hiring managers?
Just one last thing. Be yourself.
Yeah.
All this preparation is important, but don't forget to let your genuine passion for travel and your unique personality shine through.
That's such a good reminder. Sometimes in the midst of all the interview prep, it's easy to forget that they're not just looking for someone who can recite facts about the industry.
Right.
They're looking for someone who's genuinely excited about shaping the future of travel.
Exactly. So relax, be yourself, and let your passion for destination management lead the way.
That's perfect advice to end on. And there you have it, folks, a deep dive into the world of becoming a destination manager, packed with insider tips to help you conquer that interview and land your dream job.
Best of luck in your job search. And remember, the world is waiting to be explored.
And listeners, don't forget to check out RoleCatcher's incredible AI-powered tools. They're like having a personal career coach and interview prep guru all rolled into one. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep chasing those travel dreams.